committed to you. Fox Carolina, the 6 o'clock news starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shale Remien. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock tonight. We want to turn things over to Russia, and as Russia continues to invade Ukraine to take control of its capital, the upstate is standing in solidarity with Ukraine. Falls Park in the west end of Greenville came together for a rally to stand symbolically with Ukraine. Holding the country's flags, signs, even singing songs, a crowd pulled in people passing by, raising awareness about the unrest as Russia tries to take control of that country's. Actually, two rallies came together as one. And we know Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has vowed that Ukraine will stand its ground, saying the country has, quote, withstood and successfully repelled enemy attacks. Zelensky also denying help from the United States to evacuate. He says, I need ammunition, not a ride. More than 120,000 people have fled Ukraine since Russia's assault started Thursday. And we do have more breaking news coming out of Ukraine just minutes ago. Words coming from the White House in concert with the European Commission, France, Germany, Italy, and the United Kingdom, as well as Canada. The U.S. will back the expulsion of selected Russian banks from SWIFT. Now, SWIFT is a high-security network connecting thousands of banks and financial institutions. The countries banding together, wanting to ensure the war is a strategic failure for Putin. And all new at 6 o'clock, back here locally, a Pickens County family is trying to track down a missing man. This is Boyce Morris. He goes by B.A. and may need some medical attention. He was last seen in jogging pants but no shoes along Reese Mill Road. If you see him, please call the Pickens County Sheriff's Office. Also coming out of that county, a family looking for Andrew Earnhardt. Now, he's just 21 years old, and police say he was last seen around the train station on Tiger Boulevard. We were actually alongside his family in Clemson this afternoon as they pleaded for answers, trying to find him. You'll actually hear from them coming up on the 10 o'clock news tonight. And deputies in Spartanburg County found weapons in a teenager's car. Boiling Springs High School staff saw a social media post that a student may have a gun. 18-year-old Caleb Skipper here was found, but no weapons were actually on him. Deputies instead searched his car, and that's where they found a BB pistol and a knife. As you can imagine, he is now facing charges. And we had a beautiful day out there, but things seem to be changing this evening with a little bit of rain, Brian.
Yeah, it was a nice enough start to the day out there, Shale, but if you were outside anything past noon, you saw this gradual increase in clouds, and that's going to be setting us up gradually for increasingly soggy conditions this evening and overnight. You see here on Fox Radar 3D, we've already got the clouds back region-wide, whether you're in the upstate or across the mountains tonight, already back to cloudy skies. But as you can see here, too, quite a bit in the way of what for now is just nuisance rain. A lot of showers, sprinkles, something if you're out driving, you may notice a couple of light raindrops on your windshield. But as this continues over the next several hours, it will become increasingly soggy at the surface, and more rain will be piling in as we head into the overnight period, because all of this is part of a cold frontal boundary that drapes all the way back into parts of Tennessee, northern Alabama, actually goes all the way to Texas tonight. And as this boundary just kind of slowly pivots across the Carolinas into the first part of our Sunday, it's just going to keep this fetch of moisture kind of coming in over the area. So we'll have periods of rain, excuse me, increasingly common tonight and then carrying, it looks like, into a good chunk of our Sunday. So here's how it times out. We go from the 7 o'clock hour with still a lot of those light showers and sprinkles out there into more of a steady rain, really picking up, I think, in earnest as we close in on midnight in parts of the mountains first. Franklin over toward the west side of Asheville, even in maybe toward places like Hendersonville, you might see some of that light but steady rain coming back into the picture there, with some other showers still straying in across the upstate. From there, more and more of that rain just sweeps across the area. Early risers tomorrow morning, maybe heading out for mass first thing. Make sure you have an umbrella with you, or at least some rain gear ready to go, because we're going to have at least light to moderate rain coming down region-wide to kick off our Sunday morning. The focus will then shift more into the upstate for a lot of that steady rain by about lunchtime, with some lingering showers for you in the mountains there. Then gradually all of this will just work itself out of the picture, but still, even parts of the upstate, I think we'll see some showers hanging on all the way out till 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not till we hit late tomorrow evening, you see around 8 o'clock, where we really start to clear the clouds out across the mountains, and then that'll ultimately set us up for sunnier skies as we start to look ahead to the week. So here's the good news. While the second half of the weekend is going to be soggy, as you see here in the 7-day forecast across the mountains first, That's it for rain for the rest of the week. It's going to be a chilly rain for you tomorrow, too. High of only 48 in the mountains, but we'll quickly rebound to the 50s on Monday and Tuesday. Abundant sunshine both of those days, and it just keeps getting better. Back to more warm spring-like middle and upper 60s by Wednesday, straight on into the start of next weekend. As for the upstate, pretty similar story for you there too. A cooler 50 for the high tomorrow with periods of rain, but then it's nothing but sunshine for the remainder of the week. 60 on Monday, up to the 70s again Thursday, and pretty close to that mark actually for the second half of the week. So after we get through these soggy conditions tomorrow, Shale, looking a whole lot better.
Say it looks like a great stretch of sunshine if we can just get past tomorrow. All right, Brian, thank you. And if you want to look at his newscast, or excuse me, his weathercast again, you can do so inside of our free Fox Carolina News app. We are actually keeping up minute by minute about what's happening in Ukraine. We'll have much more on that on the 10 o'clock news. For now, stay connected with us through the free Fox Carolina News app. It's free to download in the App Store or Google Play. We'll see you then.